Every so often a story comes along that reminds us how one person's belief can change the world for everyone else. Today we gather to honor a man whose steady warmth and grounded presence became the very foundation of the contemporary art world. Bruno Bischofberger, the legendary Swiss art dealer and collector, passed away on May 9th, 2026, at the age of 86. Those who worked alongside him often remember more than just the deals. They remember a man who saw the soul within the canvas. His dear friend Peter Brandt recently shared, "The art world has lost one of its great souls." I am forever grateful to Bruno for his advice. Bruno wasn't just a salesman of beautiful things. He was a bridge between continents and a vibrant protector of artistic vision. It's a poignant reminder that while the frames may remain, the hands that guided them into the light have now found their rest. Behind the international kingpin was a real person with a lifelong, almost unforgettable obsession with beauty. Born in Zurich in 1940, Bruno's journey didn't begin in a high-rise gallery, but in the rolling hills of Appenzell. As a young child, he would visit local farmers, buying pieces of Swiss folk art with a maturity far beyond his years. He studied the past art history and archaeology to better understand the future. When he opened his first gallery in 1963, he possessed a rare, quiet instinct. While others saw American pop art as a passing curiosity, Bruno saw a revolution. He brought the bold colors of Roy Lichtenstein and Andy Warhol to European audiences who were still catching their breath. He was a man of deep conviction, proving that when you follow your heart, the rest of the world eventually catches up. Perhaps the most inspiring chapter of Bruno's life was his role as a connector. He didn't just represent artists, he invited them into his home, into his family, and into his heart. He famously introduced a young, brash Jean-Michel Basquiat to the established Andy Warhol over a lunch that would change art history forever. Those who stayed at his home in Switzerland remember a house filled with laughter and vibrant creative energy. His daughter Nina fondly recalls, "The artist who became like family. The artist stayed with us. I remember Jean-Michel making dinner for us one Christmas. He was an excellent cook." Bruno was the agent who saw the human being behind the brush, encouraging legendary collaborations that celebrated friendship as a creative force. He believed in these men before the world knew their names, a testament to his unwavering loyalty. In his later years, Bruno's passion for collecting only grew, leading him to transform a former factory in Männedorf into a breathtaking complex to house his life's work. He didn't hire a world-famous architect for this massive project. Instead, he turned to his daughter Nina and his son-in-law Florian. He believed in the inherent level of trust that only family can provide. Nina once joked with steady warmth that her father was a hoarder who always wanted more. But looking at the pappardelle pillars and the petrified bubble-wrap facades of the gallery complex, one sees more than a collection. You see a life's work sheltered by the love of his children. It's a beautiful lesson for all of us to appreciate those around us right now, for the structures we build together are the ones that truly last. As we reflect on the life of Bruno Bischofberger, we aren't going to dwell on the loss, but rather celebrate the vibrant tapestry he wove across 86 years. He leaves behind his beloved wife, Yo-Yo, 4 children and 10 grandchildren, all of whom carry forward his unforgettable spirit. He was a man who fished in the history of painting and found treasures that will inspire generations to come. His influence on the art we love and the artists we admire cannot be overstated. Bruno showed us that art is not a distant institutional thing, but something to be lived with, experienced intimately, and shared with those we love. Sometimes a story comes up that reminds us that beauty is everywhere, if only we have the courage to look. His legacy continues to live on in every frame he touched and every artist he championed. Tributes to Bruno Bischofberger.